It's late, I'm tired, but I figured if I don't just get this done, I'm not going to do it anytime soon, and it needs to be done. I've had this now for, I don't know, a couple of days at least. We'll just say a week, right? And I've just like been going backwards and forwards because when I got it and brought it home, I thought it was missing some pieces, but it actually wasn't. I thought it was pre-opened, but it actually wasn't. That's how they come from wherever they come. Anyway, I had the option of taking it back and getting a refund. I'm more than happy to help out because I should have been told at the store that these bits weren't come with it, and it doesn't matter. That they were more than happy for me to take it back so long as I hadn't used it and what have you. So I thought, well, I'll take this opportunity just to make sure, go over everything, even though I spent a long time looking online at all the different versions and models and brands, and you know, in the end there's just so many. It's like, well, what do I get? And I thought initially, well, I'll stick to the brands that I know and trust, and for me that's Philips. As most of you would know, I just bought that Philips wireless charging, best one they have. So I thought I'd try and stick with that, but they weren't that great. Oh, well, hang on, let's just get into this product and we'll keep talking, I suppose, because you're probably thinking, what are you on about? Most of you will know what this bag is. I'm not showing you the sides because I'm not like promoting anything. I'm not being, this wasn't gifted, so I'm not, whatever. But whoever knows this bag and where this would have come from if you know this bag. So it's as simple as that. If you don't, then, well, sorry, oops. Whatever. Anyway, so that's what I got. I was after some cordless clippers. I've had many wired clippers, and I've got a couple at the moment, and there's nothing wrong with them. One of them there is, so it made my decision difficult at the moment because that particular one, and I'm not going to name the brand, but it got used a handful of times and the blades went dull, and it like just pulls your hair literally a handful of times, and it's a reputable brand. And the others are like wall, right? And they're meant to be like self-sharpening. I still don't really understand the whole thing of such self-sharpening, but they've been great. I've used them many times and they are literally still sharp as the day they came out of the box. So I've had that on my mind, I want self-sharpening. That way they'll last me until it dies. Another thing was, well, I suppose I want waterproof because that Philips face shaver multi thingy that I got, that is amazing. It's waterproof and all the rest of it, so I suppose it'd be nice to take some of this into the shower. Not that I would, but I don't know, it'd just be nice to wash it off. And with the wall, for example, I know you're meant to oil these things, whether they're self-sharpening or whatever, but I just never oiled it. I don't like oiling my stuff. I just didn't have a problem with it. So in my mind, I'm still looking for those same things to sort of buy within this next item that I'm getting. So, I can wash it off. I don't need to oil it. It will stay sharp. So I made it very hard choosing. Now I went to the orange bag store, for example, and this is all they deal in. They're just little shavers. There's another little hint. So they're purely shavers. And I've literally walked into the guy and I said, listen, this is what I'm after. What is the best thing you have? The best. Money is no sort of, what is it, object or whatever. Money is not a problem. I just literally want the best. That's where I bought my Philips thing from as well. And he pointed out a row of things and he showed me one item and I didn't like it. I can't remember what it was. Wasn't really the best, but it was the best and most expensive. But to me, it wasn't that great. So in my mind, this was the next, but the best thing there. So look, this was the best and pretty much the most expensive kind of thing within its range for me to buy. So this is what I got. Now, when we got it, the guy came out of the back of the room with it sort of opened, and well, that's when I thought, well, for starters, it's open. When I got home, I thought, well, it's been opened. What's going on here? There's pieces missing. But again, we'll explain that soon. So I bought this. I said, well, what's the difference between this and all the others? And he only had good things to say about this. And I'm pointing out all the wool and the rest of that, and he's like, well, no, this is the best. And I'm like, okay, you should know. And I have looked at reviews and that, because like I said, I did have the option of coming back and just taking it back for a refund. But in the end, I've chosen not to. I mean, it doesn't matter. It is what it is. I'm fairly happy with it. It just, as far as I know and can see, and I'm pretty sure I asked him, it doesn't have a self-sharpening feature, which I am very disappointed on, because it will possibly go dull, and who really wants that? And then I don't think you can put it underwater, especially from some of the other clips that I've seen people taking faces off of other ones which are very similar. They just basically rebranded this one, I think. Which still, from what I've seen, even though this is like the cheaper version of the other ones, this is still the better one. It's more powerful and blah 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 blah. So in the end, look, I'm happy. I'm going to give it a go, and we will unbox this now. Surprisingly, I have been saving this. I have been saving it purely for this video, but I don't know that I'm going to jump on video and shave myself in front of you lot. It probably would be good, but a shaver is a shaver, and from what I've seen, it shaves very well. It's very fast. It hits that 10,000, what is it, thingamabob. We'll just call RPM because I don't remember. What's it called? Well, that's exactly what it's called, 10,000 RPM. Let's get that up completely in view for you. Right? I suppose you can read all the rest. I'm pretty sure it's all zero gappable, and the this one here is zero gapped, I think. Is that exactly the same as the other side? I presume so. Actually, no, it does have a little bit different things on there, like whatever this thing is. Anyway, the box looks nice, but hang on, and the bottom. Here we go. You can just pause the screen to read all that if you really want to. So yeah, I mean, I'm happy with it, but and that's why it's just been dragging on for, we'll just say, a week now. And it's like, just open the silly thing, do the video, get it over and done with. You know, if it ain't great, I don't know, give it away, get another one, right? So, like, basically opening up this up for the first time kind of thing. I haven't used them, haven't charged them. I probably should have done what everybody else does and pre-charges everything, reboxes them so it all looks legit. And no, I haven't done any of that. I haven't pre-planned. You can probably tell I haven't written down anything, so I know what I'm talking about because I don't. Maintenance, you don't need to know any of that, I suppose. Lubrication, I'll try. I did buy a big spray containery bottle for it, a proper, for the first time in my life. And I am ordering a squeezy bottle of oil as well. This thing's going to be like slippier than anyway. So I'll try and maintain and keep that up, but I really don't like having that oil all over everything. Anyway, you don't need to see this, do you? I'll hold this up, you just can freeze that, read it. My finger's in the way, is it even straight? I don't know. Right, there you go. Did I miss anything? Tough luck. Again, freeze it. We don't need to see any of that. And as I was saying, this is apparently a cheaper version of, I think they're called Ergo, or I don't know. It's meant to be the cheaper one. You get less bells and whistles with it. You don't get a charging dock. You don't, I don't know. But quality wise and power wise, it is actually the better one. I think they said something like the others, the older ones, run at 5 volts or something. This uses 9 volts and whatever. Anyway, so that's that. You've got to see it. Great. I can't wait to actually have a shave. I've been waiting and waiting. Suppose we'll just do this. Yeah, it doesn't come with a charging base. It doesn't come with a little case for the charging case, did I say? Charging base, whatever I said. And it doesn't come with a case that you can put it all in, like, I don't know. And in the store I didn't play with it at all either. You know, I'm like, alright, are you sure? Yep, great. Thank you very much, just give it to me then. Because I sat there for a good half hour, 45 minutes just staring at a wall. In the end, if you can afford it, you just go for the best one there, don't you? And look, that was the case in like our store, for example, right? And again, people who know. But yeah, I've heard some prices, like I think from America and that, the dollar's different too, so it makes it even sound worse. They're selling for like 100 and almost just under $200 or 100 and whatever, and it's like, what? And I've got to pay how much? But again, the dollar's different. I did get the combo pack thing. So for us, this is in the higher price range. Again, there were others that I could have gotten, but I just got the best of the best available kind of thing at the time. I'm not sure about the best of the best. You see that? I don't know about that. What's that? Is that the paint? Should chipping off or what? Let me just spit that up a little bit. What is that? Sorry, I keep forgetting I am on camera. I'm going to show you lot as well. I think that's actually the plastic underneath that we can see. So if that's the case, it's just been sitting in a box. You give it a bit of usage, that's going to rub off, isn't it? And if you think so, maybe a bit of feedback on that as well, because I'll try to have this posted up tonight, and then hopefully you can all tell me, no, beware, don't use it, take it back by the morning before I do use it. Yeah, I do think that's the plastic underneath, and it's just literally being worn or dingoed off just from being in the box. What do you guys think? I think so. So to me, that's not a very good sign. Although, if I really wanted, I could just replace the whole cover, but you don't pay that sort of money, you just have to start replacing things. It is quite heavy, there's some weight there. I did stupidly, again, I didn't really touch it in the store, I didn't look. But all I did was like, oh yeah, it's heavy, great. So I didn't cherry, I thought this was maybe a metal. Clearly it's not. So I don't know where the weight is. I'd maybe like to have a look inside. But there are others who have done videos that have opened these things up, or sorry, the other branded versions of it, because they offer different covers with colours. So really, I could buy some of the things from the other brand and put directly onto this. So, well, that's this thing. Again, now that I've seen that, I'm not overly happy. What is it? Rogue Style Crafts. Alright, so much for this being a 9 volt, unless it's just a 5 volt charging, but inside it converts it to a 9 volt. So it's only got 9 volt or 1.5 amps. So maybe that's just the charging. I don't think this is going to tell me. I'd say everybody online has pulled it apart and seen or know the specs somehow from somewhere else. Because they're all saying this is a 9 volt. It's quite possible that it is converted from 5 to 9 in there, or what is it, 3 point something volt cell to doubled up into a 9, or there could be, I doubt there's 2-3 volts in there because they just wouldn't fit. Anyway, so that's that one. Let's move on, it's taking forever. And this is the, I don't know what you call it. What do you call it? The precision clippery thing. Now this is the one that initially caused me a little bit of trouble because I thought it was missing parts. Because when you open the manual instructions, what do you call it? It has everything here for that one, yeah. And that is here. You've got charger. You've got your. Hang on. Well, no, we don't even have the charging dock, so that's not here. So that's another thing that's not in here. That's specified in the book that's here. Oh, this is making it even worse for me do I keep it or not? I mean, it's in here, charging base, right there, right? Other than that, we do have the oil and the brush, whoop-de-doo. What is that? F. What's F? Screwdriver. I didn't get no screwdriver. So I didn't get no charging base, I didn't get no screwdriver. I did get 5 bits. And I did get a charger. So yeah, I'm going to feel as a customer that I've been jibbed a couple of bits, right? And well, technically, I also didn't get the little brush and the oil. Why? Because I only have one. Now if we move over to the side over here, this little guy, right, the little one, here it says it comes with your oil and your little brush, which is here. Now this is for the little one. Why do I say that? Because it has a little cover plate thing that is optional. You can place, I don't know, under the front here. So this technically goes to this, and the bigger one, which is meant to have everything else, is missing the screwdriver, the charging base, the oil and the brush. Is that it? Yeah. So it's pretty much missing most of its little extra bits. This just got better. Maybe I should have read this first. Anyway, so that's depressing. I just noticed that for myself then. All those extra little bits. I don't know, I don't want to keep going now. It was just depressing. Okay, so I presume this cover plate here, it's in there. I'm not going to bother taking it out because I don't have a screwdriver. Needs a screwdriver. So you can unscrew this plate and put on the bigger plate. Why they've done that, I don't understand. But anyway, no screwdriver for me. Now, covered in oil. It looks nice, big whoop-de-doo. I think I read somewhere, or the guy told me that they're meant to be, oh no, here we go. Black diamond carbine DLC blade. So I'm presuming that's that because it's black. Is it any good? Is it going to stay sharp? Who knows? Who knows? Right, so I'm just going to jump to the other one now. And let's check out the plastic on this one, because I'm sure there's plastic too. Plastic is in better condition. Alright, so yeah, we said that's the oil, the brush and the cover plate for that. We've got 2 chargers. They're both identical. I mean, it's great, I suppose. Yes, thanks for 2 chargers. But really, I don't know that you need them. I don't know that you need them at all. Maybe if it came with a charging base, so one stays on the charging base, and then you can use the other one for randomly plugging in your bits, then I suppose that'd be great. But we don't have a charging base. So who is this? Starcraft? I don't know. I think you need to might rethink your packaging strategies here. You know, you're falsely advertising stuff in a box and you're not putting it in there. Anyway, it seems like a super long cord, which I suppose is great, but I did ask the guy as well, listen, the battery goes dead, can you plug it in and still use it? And he said no. So, I don't know. I wasn't happy with that either, because what's the good of that? What if it gets to the point where, I don't know, it's a year on, you really loved it, and the battery just doesn't keep anymore. But it still runs great, still sharp. So you're just happy to keep it plugged in to use it, and you can't because it doesn't. I don't know, do I unplug this now? Or do I wait for the morning? I'd say they have enough charge to run, so I'm going to leave this, okay? And if I get like 100 of yous going, no, don't use it, which I don't think I will, because not too many people watch my videos yet, because I'm a crappy video taping person, then I will just probably, but again, what do I buy? That's the thing, it's like, I don't know what to buy otherwise, at least this way it's done. There's just too many choices. There's too much garbage. And I bought this more so for cutting my hair, because I like to cut my own hair. So I need a good hair clipper that's manageable, that's kind of light. But, you know, I don't really want garbage. I do want the best. I do need it to last. Alright, so we're not going to worry about these. I can probably put them straight back in the box. So I'll just put these in the box for now. Yeah, they're both, what, 5 something volts, I presume. I can't really see it clearly. There's a camera, there's a camera. There you go. You see that? Focus. Focusing yet? No? Anyway, there you go, I think. And it's got, I don't know, not overly happy with that plug. I don't know, I mean, that's why I bought my wireless charging Philips thing. And I've had dock chargers, so having to plug a cord into it's just feeling a bit weird at the moment. Feels a little bit old school. You know, and all these new ones coming out, it's like you can just plug a USB Type C into them and there you go. And I'm sitting here with this. And then on top of that, I'll show you in a second. If you don't already know, leave that there. This little one, obviously you can stick that in. Yeah, you can. I'm not going to. I did have a look, and I can't find any chargers, docks, bases for them. But you can use the Ergo and the other exactly the same shavers, docks, and I just slip right in. So I did have a look because I thought, well, if they're only a couple of dollars, I'll just buy them used even. It's just a dock. But I couldn't see anything. I don't know, if you got a couple and I've still got these and you really want to send them to me, feel free to. Anyway, like I was saying, this charges from here, and it would be good if this had the same option, but it doesn't. It also charges from here, which I think is great. But it'd be even better if these were wireless charging. but great. It has a USB charging function. This one does not, so it's a little bit depressing. Now, and most of the newer ones these days do. Now, as for this one, it's all great and good, but I'm also depressed because, well, have a look at what type that is. Where is it? Doesn't want to focus, does it? Yeah, I'm sure you got a quick glimpse of it. It's that, what is it called? Micro USB thing, right? The older style. It's not even a USB-C. So it's like, well, hang on a minute. How old are the guts in this? Is that old? Meaning it can't be that great if you're using that instead of USB-C. I don't get it. So I'm presuming, even though it's the newer version of all those shadery things, it's still using old technology inside, at least for the circuit board and the charging system. And that's just a crappy thing. It doesn't scream new, improved quality to me. Yeah. Apart from that, yeah, this has some weight to it. I don't really understand why. It's just plastic. The battery can't be that big in there. Maybe be what here? I don't know. And then you've got room for your circuit board, where there, maybe around the battery a little bit. And then you need space for the motor, which is probably in this bulky area. Some people have probably pulled these apart, so you can go to their video and have a look. I'm not pulling this apart because I haven't decided if I'm keeping it yet. Even though just before this video I thought to myself, stuff it, I'm just going to keep it. But now it's like, it's really not screaming quality. And after those non-provided parts that are clearly shown in the manual, it's just a big letdown, isn't it? Anyway, so speed-wise, I don't actually know what this one is. Because this here, no. Actually, I don't know. Is this side for like the big one, because it's got like the little handle, and is this one for the small one? Common sense would tell you that's what they would do, but who knows, right? Who knows? And that says DLC. And that says SC, yeah? No? No, I can't tell. Whatever. Maybe you lot can tell me. This is the one that's meant to definitely at least be the 10,000 RPM one that goes zzz, okay? And this one, who knows? Maybe it's the same. But who knows? If anyone actually knows, please let me know. And really, you only have maybe, what, 12 hours from when this, no, not even, yeah, look, 10, 12 hours from when I eventually post this before I'm like, nah, forget it, I'm taking it back, or forget it, I'm just going to use it. I think it's the older versions, but the other branded ones. And to me, that's not good either. When you start buying rebranded products, for me, it's not good, because I'm a little bit of the odd importer and seller. So I have dealt with a lot of products in my time, and I've seen products that are literally just OEM, we'll stick your brand on it, and we'll do the same for another 100 odd people that want their brand on it, and you all think you've got it, your own individual fancy schmancy brand, yet all of a sudden you've got all these items on the market that just have, you know, we'll just call it a sticker, for example, with your name on it, but it's the same as all the others, and you know, it's just garbage. So this being, we'll just say, a rebranded product, doesn't make me feel good about it. If you know what I mean? It's like, well, couldn't you just come out with your own product? Or at least change it a little bit, not just, oh, we'll give it a different colour. You know, change it a little bit. Like, everything's exactly the same in the other ones. Anyway, so these came with it, and this is where some of my drama was, because, oh yeah, in the booklet, where's the booklet gone? Anyway, in the booklet, where is the booklet? Oh, they're on the booklet. You can stay there. In the booklet, for the small one, it does show it's meant to come with its own little bits, and it doesn't. So that's yet another thing that's in the book that says you're meant to get with these, and it doesn't. And that's what I had noticed as soon as I got home. And that's why I was like, you know, hey, I got this thing that was open, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, well, no, sorry, that's how they are. We're meant to tell you, and we didn't, so we're sorry. You can bring it back if you want. So again, I do have that option. And if you like really think that I should just take it back and buy something else because I maybe paid too much for this. I can't remember how much I paid. Oh wow! I do think that's with. I've got two thingos of clipper. These here cost me $289. Now it's not a lot compared to my Philips shaver, but still it's quite a lot considering you can jump online and buy, you know, basically almost even a combo for $50 odd. What's it called? Clean time? Whatever. There's like hundreds of shavers that are just like, you know, fresh brands or rebranded, and they're literally $50, and yet I've gone out and bought myself a rebranded, we'll say, product and spent top dollar on it, just because it's meant to be the best and highly recommended by an actual, I won't say the name, I'll just say Clipper Shop, for example, right? And them having hundreds in there as it is. So, whatever. Oh, let me know down below. Yeah, so the other difference between these and the other older version branded, unbranded, rebranded, whatever things, is these parts here, I think, are meant to come with a double magnetized thing. Yes, these are magnetized clips. This only comes with one magnet. Why? I don't know. Cutting costs. Why? Who knows? You're just making your product worse. I'm very tempted to just, yes, take it back. So they're only one. And there's, yes, my 5. And the other crappy thing is it's like, you know, they only go up to what? A 4. They're meant to be hair clippers so you can cut your people's hairs. You want more than a 4. You know, I'd go up to like an 8 when I cut my hair. So, it's kind of poo-poo caca. But thankfully, on the upside of the wall, actually, I'll run and go grab it. The wall clippers parts apparently fit on there anyway. Back in a second. Yeah, without sitting there for ages. This is all I could just grab. I think this is also a number 4 anyway, but the whole point of this is to see that it fits. Yeah, it's a number 4. Anyway, size doesn't matter, right? Even though, yes, some of you might say size matters. Right now it doesn't matter, okay? Because although it's about the size and needing bigger sizes, we're just trying to see if it fits. Now I have seen a lot of reviews where they're like, yeah, it fits, you can use it, but I need to try it for myself. And there you go, it's actually a perfect fit. Actually a really good fit. I'm happy with that. But it's a shame, you shouldn't need to go to other brands, for example, to thing over the stuff that you just bought. So that's good, I'm actually happy with that, but whatever. Alright, moving along. So these are, and clearly these parts do not fit on the small one. Like, that happens, but that's not going to stay on there. Like, it's just, no. Maybe, if you're really careful. Is that what they did at the head office of, was it Stylecraft? They're just like, oh, they can do that. Oh, they'll be right. Well, no, we won't be right. We need our bits. We need our docks, and all the other little bits and pieces that we're meant to have. You know, maybe it might have been alright if we got our 2 magnets. But even then, you know, supply what you say you're gonna give. So yeah, none of those fit on this little guy. If any of you know where I maybe can get some bits for this little guy, let me know, because I'm not sure what sizes really they are at all. I don't know much about this stuff. I just use them, you know. And this is this one. The whole magnet thing's kind of good. I mean, it's still kind of clipping on, so I don't really get the point of that magnet. Yeah, it's still clipping on. So the whole magnet thing I don't really get. I mean, you still have to clip it on. You still got to unclip it. The magnet's not really achieving anything. Like, you know, it is a little bit, but it's not really doing anything, is it? Great, so we're done with those semi-fancy bits, sort of soft. No, I'm not going to shave my arms. I'm not going to be one of, like, I don't do that stuff. I'm a strong believer of if you shave it, it'll grow back thicker and longer. And I don't know, I'd really like to know the truth of that, the final solid evidence, whatever, but you know, I don't think anybody is going to think of that in their younger years and start recording it from there and shave for the rest of their lives to prove that it either does or doesn't. And I don't think there's any clinical whatever thingies that can, you know, what, you're going to go there for the next 5-10 years taking photos of your arms or legs, wherever you're going to shave, just to show that, oh, shaving doesn't make your hair grow thicker and longer, or, you know, I mean, you've got bald people that try doing that to try and get their hair back or thicker at least, and doesn't do anything. So I don't know. I don't know. I just won't do it because I don't need. I'm not. I mean, I'm a sort of hairy person, but I'm not like a super hairy person that has like thick, big hair all over his entire body. I've just got like almost nothing. I've got hair, but it's like very little. So I don't need to turn into an ape, thank you very much. So to those of you who are really looking forward to some body shaving, go elsewhere. If you're lucky, I might show you doing this, but I didn't even do that with my Philips thing when I got that. As bad as I felt for not doing it. Yeah, anyway, so let's hit these things. They haven't been charged at all. Who knows if they're almost dead sort of thing. I don't know what charge they have in them. Again, this is a good feature, but it's crap because it's not just a USB-C. These things are almost extinct now, so good luck to even finding a cord. They didn't even provide a cord, so that's another thing. Why give a piece with something with a micro thingamabob like this that's like almost extinct? Good luck to finding a cord. I mean, I do have cords for those, and that's because I keep my cords, right? But that's not a good thing for most people. Most people don't just keep random cords from everything throughout their life. And if you're selling a product of this price, again, you provide everything that you say you're going to provide, and maybe even provide a ancient prehistoric plug cord USB thingy. Sorry about that, guys. Now, are these waterproof? Who knows? Who knows? It doesn't say anywhere on the box. It doesn't say anywhere anything about anything. Maybe it says in the manual. Did you see it? If you did, let me know, because I'm not going to read it. But I don't know, from the looks of this switch, maybe it doesn't really look waterproofy. And yeah, for the fact that I've seen the videos where they, you know, you can buy changeable, different coloured things, I'd say this is not waterproof. I didn't pay much attention because it wasn't for this specific thing. I just thought, oh yeah, cool, I can do that if I need to. But yeah, I don't think this is sealed off to the point where you can just put it under the water and she'll be right, mate. On the other hand, look, I'd probably say the same for this, really. It's the same material. It seems to have the same kind of seams. I doubt there's any rubbering in there or anything to give it any kind of waterproofness. There seems to be a bit of a, what do they call them? Whatever, there's a bit of a dip in there where it slips into. So that might stop a tiny bit of water from going in, but in the end it's not, is it? And I can't take that off because they didn't give me a screwdriver. I'm not going to go find a screwdriver right now because I'm not prepared. Because, you know, I thought all this stuff should be in the box. Right, on the other hand, they make it look like this button here is waterproof because it's got like a rubbery, I think. Yeah, it's got like a rubbery outside bit, so you're deceived. And then you go washing it and it breaks on you. And they're like, well, you stuck it underwater, so it's not covered under warranty. You just have to buy another one. Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah? Alright, so let's just turn this on. I don't know, do these have like travel features where you can push the button and hold it for a little bit and it puts it into like a half lock mode? And I don't know. Again, you can tell me that stuff because right now I ain't going to read it. Oh, that was instant. But no light. Is that meant to have a light? Looks like it's meant to, but it doesn't. That feels and sounds like it's going very, very fast. So I would actually say that this is hitting the 10,000 or very close to. It's going damn fast. Yeah, there's no light there, which is a bit of a shame. A tiny LED that would light that up doesn't really take up that much power. It's all these little things that make an item so much better. But there's no displays, there's no nothing with this. Almost every other has some kind of So we'll see if I'm keeping my finger on it now to see if it does anything extra. You know, like the travel lock. I don't think so, not at all. You know, the button kind of feels alright. Definitely an instant sort of thing. I don't know, this almost sounds scary actually. I don't know that I want to stick this up to my face. Yeah, depending on what response I get from you lot by lunchtime tomorrow. Again, it's almost 1 o'clock now at night in the morning, so it's still a bit of time. I'll use it or I won't use it. But yeah, the quality is like not really great, is it? And you shouldn't have to worry about that when you're paying that sort of money. And if the quality is not there, nothing against anybody like country wise, okay, I'm talking about manufacturers here and importers and that. If the quality is not there, you don't buy a product, import it into your country, put the price right up if the quality is just not there. And from what I'm seeing, this isn't really a higher end item. You know, you can't call this like the best in the store when, I don't know, the material is just, it's not there, is it? And all that stuff missing. You know, let me just pack this up. So you've seen enough of that, yeah? You're happy? Great. I would love to show you, but I don't want to shave myself. I'll do one little hair. Yeah, find a hair with me. Can you see that hair? Can you see it? Pointless shave? Yeah, I'll shave it off for you. You still see that hair? I'm not sure. Can you see it? You see it? I'm going for it. Oh, there we go. Clipped it off. There we go. One hair. I suppose that's precision for you, isn't it? Excellent. Now I'm packing that away. It's still technically unused. Yeah, so this can go away for now. Yeah, I have seen some videos, for example, where they have actually used those and tested them on people. You know, they shaved them straight up. So I know, and all of you, whatever, you can just take it from me. They do shave really well and really super close. This one does. I think that does have like the zero gap already. And all zero gap is literally, you see how, and if you already know, don't make fun of me. I'm just showing the people who don't know. And if I'm wrong, I don't care. Okay, tough luck. I'm doing my best. Zero gap basically means that see how this is moving away from there, and then once it's set to the fully, we'll say, closed position, this one still has a bit of a, oh, you know what? Has it? No, I don't think this is zero gap. Again, I could be wrong with the whole thing. But zero gap basically means that both of these blades meet up flush, right? And if it's not zero gap, well, it basically is not as exaggerated, but it's, you know, there's a bit of space between those blades. So the shave isn't as close. But zero gap is kind of like almost getting just a razor to your face. Not really, but it's still a very close shave. But I don't know, I haven't really stuck a zero gap to my face yet. I've adjusted my walls to be technically zero gap. The only problem with zero gap or doing that, for example, is if you're not careful, you can nick yourself. You can, you know, cut into your lip, for example, or your nose, or, you know, it's You've got to be careful. Anyway, let's turn this on. Yeah, this switch, well, I can see in there. I can actually see past in through that little gap there. I don't know that you can see, but I can see in there. So this is definitely not waterproof or water resistant in any way. You definitely don't want to get any water near that switch, because I'm almost 100% that I can see straight in there. And that's crap. Again, we're paying this kind of money for an item that's, you know, overseas, is just a mid-range, good product, but mid-range, you know, no bells and whistles kind of thing. But because it's had to come through customs and taxes and everyone has to make their money along the way, we here have to pay a fortune for items that are just subpar. Crap. Oh, all right. Well, now this one actually sounds a lot quieter. It doesn't mean I'm happy with it, but I'll just, you know, bring this guy out again, I suppose. I'm gonna put it away. There is a bit of a sound difference. I don't know why that is. I also think, to be honest, when I was researching and looking these up and blah blah blah, I think this is like a completely different version model. For example, like the Ergos or whatever, the older models, for example, I think, well, that explains the whole plug, yeah. Actually have this, right? And then the newer versions have that style of plug. Now, why would you go from this to this? Like, explain that to me. I actually think I maybe prefer this. And then, well, it does have some sort of water protection there. So it's like, come on. What the hell's going on? He's like stupid. Yeah, even if it costs more. I mean, what would that cost them compared to this? Maybe an extra cent, 2 cents. Like, it's just dumb. So I prefer this, but that's a sign that this is from just the older versions, I think. Again, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know. I did try to do as much research as I could before I even went to the shops, let alone after I came back and found all these bits missing and whatever. Oh, that's right, that's what we're doing. So yeah, that might explain why this one is louder than this one, maybe, because it's an older thing and they're just trying to clear out stock. So that's that. And that's that. It's actually a lower, better sound. It's not going to ear piercing. But I don't know. If you know, great. You can tell me. And tell others. Put it down below. Help us all out. And again, if you know what size bits or whatever for this, just in case I do keep it, let me know. Because I'd rather use this than my Phillips shaver did come with a couple of attaching bits, and I thought that was great. But I don't know that I'm too happy removing the heads. I don't know, I just don't feel comfortable chopping and changing multiple times every day. I just feel like it'll end up getting worn out. And I don't know. Yeah, I mean, that's the whole point why I've gone, well, sure, I'll just get this combo thing then, because then I can use this to thing on my face, and I'll just keep the Phillips shaver as a shaver and not have to worry about replacing the parts with the clippers. So yeah, maybe I suppose some bits might be handy with this for some lengths. I normally just sort of like shave it anyway. I don't like a close shave. I like a bit of stubble. Yeah, so yeah, this is quieter. I don't know if it's the quietest shaver I've ever experienced. This doesn't feel like it's been oiled. So maybe I should stop using this. This kind of feels dry. And I'm not going to smear this with oil just yet until, like I said, about 10-12 hours away, until hopefully I'll get some of you guys saying what you think about it. Hopefully you'll all come back and say, look, doesn't matter, just put up with the no pieces. Who knows why they did that, they just did, and if it's a great shaver, it'll stay sharp for 10 years. That would be great. Yeah, it's not very, especially now that I can literally see in there, and the whole quality of the paintwork, for example. And, you know, this isn't even like gold. There's the wall one they're selling at the moment. It's literally covered in a gold plating, real gold. I think it was even cheaper than this. Keep blades oiled. I've already said I really don't like oiling anything. But if you recommend that I keep them, I will do my best. It ain't gonna last long. So therefore I don't think this is gonna last long. I don't know that I was too keen on this part. It kind of makes it look a bit cheapy as well, doesn't it? What are those hose clamps, you know, with the little, where it bites into it so you can screw them closed? That's what that reminds me of. It's like a cheap, you know, afterthought. Oh, maybe we should have stuck one of those on. Well, how can we? We've got no more room in there. Oh, well, we'll just put it on the outside. They'll just think it's really cool. So yeah, that's that. Yeah, there's no USB thingy on this one. It's like they forgot to stick that on here as well. Yeah, every other brand basically that's of this style, kind of, you know, smaller size, has USB. You know, plug it straight into your computer and charge it from there. Oh no, with this one you need all the older stuff. You've got to find a power point. You can't just use a power bank. Yeah, so that's this guy. I think we'll call it that for now. Well, yeah, well there you go. I'm going to end up posting this and not shaving because I'm waiting for you lot. So I will see if this needs any editing, which I really don't think it does. I don't have any software or anything for editing. I just use my phone and what's available on my phone. And that doesn't mean any fancy apps either. It literally means what comes in my camera feature record there. Yeah, so we'll call it that. I'm not going to shave for you. I'm going to leave it right here in the box until tomorrow lunch. Hopefully I've had hundreds of views and you can all give your opinions. I'll obviously go with the majority, and hopefully I have some professionals coming on and giving me their opinion. You know, I don't want a day or a couple of hour opinion either if you've used it and tested it for even a week. I want you to have used it for preferably a couple of months, a year, and tell me, yeah, it will stay sharp, it's good, it's great. You're not just going to use it 10 times and it's going to be dull. Fit in the box. So if you're going to leave feedback, leave some, comments. Leave something worthwhile. If you want to leave garbage as well, go for your life. It's not going to offend me. I know I'm no good at this stuff. But again, I do try. I'm here for me. I'm here for you. And I will continue to try making better videos as we go along throughout the years. That's that. And for all you people on my side of the world, I'm going to say good night. Sweet dreams to you all. Of everybody else who's waking up, already awake, or having their lunch, or whatever, have a great day. And that's it. Ta-ta.